We got a new 007. We got us a new Switch. And we're getting another Thor movie coming up on WHHW.
Loading snacks.
What it do, snackers and snack guests? It's your boy Gage. This is WHHW.
Hey!
What happened was, that's last week's news, which is over there somewhere. We got a lot to talk about, so do me a favor and hook me up.
Number one.
Oh man, the Blacklash rears its head again. So new 007 coming around the way. So the rumor is, as of right now, that Daniel Craig, the current James Bond and 007, as is normally how it goes, will be passing on the 007 moniker to a new person. That person happens to be a black female. The actress is Latasha Lynch, who you might know from playing Monica Rambeau in the Captain Marvel films as Captain Marvel's best friend. Look, there's been some back and forth about this. I'm gonna say now, before I even ask what you guys think of this or I'm gonna tell you how you feel about it. But before I get there, I just want to say, we're not getting a new James Bond. James Bond is old and ready to retire. And this is a new spy who is going to get the 007 moniker. So it won't be James Bond 007 anymore. It'll be somebody else 007. Or it'll just be 007. Where are we?
Cool with it.
Cool with it. Cool whip.
I'm good with it.
Good with it.
It's just the moniker being passed down. Like
It is.
Yeah,
And I've
just the
always
title.
felt there was an opportune time where that could happen throughout the different movies.
There's been talk of it, sort of, and there have certainly been other spies, who have come across who are as good, maybe better, whatever, just not the ones who we happen to be following through those stories. But I do think it might be time to give James Bond a rest. Like, the idea of continuously having someone else. I feel like Daniel Craig as James Bond was the first time we got a James Bond where they were kind of really, I almost feel like they weren't going to make him James Bond. Like, they wanted him for the films, but they weren't going to make him, because he doesn't fit the bill. He's not the same, like, he ain't no Pierce Brosnan. That's my, it's that golden eye, boy. That's the, boy. Woo. He ain't no Connery. Like, just, is he cool? Yeah. He seems a little tougher and rougher around the edges. He's more of a Thomas Wayne to the Bruce Wayne versus, what we've seen in the other Bonds. So I feel like they were really kind of trying to push the character in a different direction. And I don't know if that quite worked the way they wanted it to. And to me, when you talk about the franchise, if you want to expand that franchise, you have to do it outside of Bond's name. You need to use 007 and not use Bond. And so really we put ourselves in a position where you could continuously pass this to all kinds of actors, whether they're male, female, black, Asian, white, whatever, because you're just passing on the number to the next person. And that, to me, makes more sense from a we want to monetize this kind of thing, right? Because James Bond can only be shown and sold to so many people in so many ways for as long as it has been. So I'm good with it. But y'all let me know how you feel in the comments. I'm not super familiar with Latasha Lynch's work outside of what I saw her do in Captain Marvel, which I thought she did a great job of. But please let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Hook me up.
Number two.
Jokes. Last week, right here on WHHW, we talked about how about 2 weeks ago, they decided that they were going to put out a new Switch, and it was called the Switch Lite. Do you remember that?
I do.
Do you remember saying to me, I'm going to get me a Switch Lite because better battery life? Do you remember that?
I do.
Did you know that they just announced another new Switch that has
what?
longer battery life, but it's the same one as the one you currently have? Oh, yes, they did. Oh, yes, they did. So starting in August, you will be able to get the new version of the current Switch at the same price, which has longer battery life. So 4.5 hours to 9 hours instead of 2.5 hours to 6.5 hours, making it a longer lasting battery than the one that is in the Switch Lite. How do we feel, sir?
I want my Pokemon Light.
But what if they announce like a Pokemon version of the?
I got time.
Or some new, like, you know,
I
I'm just
got
saying.
a little bit of time. But yeah,
Since out.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Oh, you getting the new joint?
Yeah.
You gonna trade the old one?
Yep.
Okay.
If
And
it's
get the
same-
updated battery life.
Yep. If it's the same thing, just trade in to get more battery life.
I dig it.
Yep.
I dig it. Yeah, it's supposed to have just the gray. They did also announce 2 new colors for Joy-Cons. Did you see those?
I
So
did.
that,
Okay, we're not gonna get into that. I mean, you can put a picture up if you want to, but we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, they're supposed to have the gray and the red and blue, just like before. But the new battery life. We'll get into the details. I'll show you the details on how to know the serial number and what model or whatever you gotta be in order to make sure you get doing. It's gonna have a newer box. It's gonna have like a bright red on the box instead of, you know, you'll be able to tell when the time comes. Jokes. Hook me up, man.
Number 3.
Listen, Taika Waititi is coming back to write and direct Thor 4. Thor 4. Now listen, I was unawares. I mean, I thought we would get Thor in the next Guardians film,
I think that's what we all thought.
and I still think we will.
I do too.
But a Thor 4 kind of changes things.
Yeah.
Because which one do we get first? And therefore, where is Thor when this takes place? Like, how far down the Phase 4 shoot?
Is Thor going to be involved, man? Yeah, but when does it fall in line at?
And because having been the character with easily the weakest films of, you know, those 3 main franchises, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, even though the last one, Thor 3 was dope and successful, but it was polarizing because some people just didn't like the
Switch.
Boy, but it was good.
The Thor franchise needed that switch.
So Thor will be the only one who has a 4th film.
Yeah, seems like
Yeah.
How do we? I mean, are you excited about Taika coming back to do
That, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if they're
Are
doing
you
one, yes.
are you more excited about the fact that there is going to be a Thor 4, or that he's back, or do they go hand in
They
hand?
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Thor 4, that was completely left field.
Yeah.
Wasn't thinking about it.
If they had said there was going to be a Thor 4 and it wasn't him, it might have been like,
Yeah, exactly. So getting hit with that information at the same time.
yeah, it's kind of. Okay, here's what I need to know. I need to know what you all think about Thor 4. Where do you think we'll be? What do you think will be going on? And will we see Beta Ray Bill? With that, I'm out. Tools and Loops. What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.